Alright, I haven't recorded an update in a little while. It's working on some triggers. Activation platform activates all my platforms. I put the ball there just to make sure nothing else would trigger that platform, because unless you set it right, anything could trigger the platform, and I only wanted my character to trigger it. This door took a while. Get this to work out right. Get this ball out the way. Yeah, I have a event box, hit box in front of the door, behind the door. So when I trigger, walk into it, opens the door, stays open until I get through and leave that one, closes the door. I know it doesn't seem like that big a deal, but making a functioning door from scratch ain't that easy if you don't know what you're doing. Proximity lights, walk up to them, they turn on, they turn off. Got a big ceiling light, big light switch, turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off, turn on. And then a big activation switch on the floor. Whoops. That will turn on and off all these lights inside. Just learn how to make switches work, make switches activate things. And this is a weird little switch that'll make everything stop. So this will activate that first platform, I think, or yep, just the first platform, because I got it tied to that one. And it opens the door. You'll see it'll open that door when I walk on this platform. And it also turned the light on in here, which is normally off by default. See it, like, if we go over here and look, see the light is off. Step on the platform, light is on. Functioning light switches. May not seem like that big a deal, but man, it you know, until you know how to do it, it's fucking a mystery to get it to work right. But it's nice once it does. So, yep, platforms are working. But that's that update. Alright, got some more mechanics working on ray traces, line traces. That's how bullets work. That was a little experiment to make it go through one and get blocked by the other. Wherever it hits red, it blocks. It's kind of cool as you can activate a door by it if you set it up right. Kapow! And hit the door. Like, this other door is set up that way too. You go kapow, and it activates the door. And we can blow up the ball too. It's got 6 points of health. Now it's got 4. Now it's got 2. And blows up the ball. That's kind of fun. The tutorial had this little poof. It hardly even blew up, so I made an explosion. A lot bigger. That's kind of cool. Alright, learning how to make bullets, projectiles. Right now it's just a big sphere that comes out of me, but the concept is obviously, you know, you make a gun, you don't have to be big giant marshmallows, but, and I made the speed as slow right now so you can kind of actually see them. A real projectile would go pew really quick and you wouldn't even see it. It would be just a trace. It wouldn't even have to be a projectile, but this is an actual solid projectile. So once again, we go, it does 2 damage, 2 more damage, and then 2 more damage. Wow! And I just can have fun spamming out balls. It's kind of fun too. This would probably be kind of a fun little tag game, I think. Little multiplayer tag game. You know, where it's just like, you gotta tag each other. You're it. You know, and whoever gets hit by the ball is now it. And they can fire the balls. Something. Because that's kind of fun right there. I probably haven't come out more of his head. But yeah, it's kind of cool. one little setting. Now we got bouncy balls. Oh, that hit my guy. Close that up. Bouncy balls, bouncy balls. And for that tag game, that would be a good way to do it. So they bounced off the edges so you can get people around corners and stuff. It's kind of cool. Alright, this is kind of cool. So we're working on making a dash, a mid-air dash, right? So you jump up in the air and dash forward, you know? Kind of like a double jump, but instead of a double jump, it's a dash. It's kind of cool. But what else is cool? It's just playing with the gravity a little bit. And all I got to do is alter the code one little bit, and we effectively make ourselves a jetpack. Because now we hover. We can hover in the air and cruise around like you can imagine if you. All I'd have to do is strap some sort of jetpack, you know, graphic to the back of them, and you could hover, you know. And then when you kill the jetpack, down you'd go. Jetpack. Like for instance, if this was in game somewhere, and oops, that was a ray trace I accidentally fired. Say this was some big chasm that you couldn't quite jump over. You know, it was like it'd be a good, you know, obstacle for the player to get to and think he could get across, and he couldn't get across until he went somewhere else in the level and got himself the magic shoes or the magic fucking jetpack or whatever, and then he could jump and fly over where he needed to go, and then land. I can still move the balls. Got the bouncy balls. Again, this is all just exercises and making things work. Switches and activations, platforms, activators, ray traces that'll open the door, proximity lights that I'm hitting twice because I got a trigger box on me. Those look kind of nice. Ceiling light trigger, switch activated. I hit it twice because it's a double switch right there, but that's right. Yeah, just learning things, making things work. But I do like the jetpack. I can totally see using that in something. And it was pretty easy to implement too. So, neat. Okay. Oh, I know that did that. So, working on a little platform action. I got one out there too. This isn't going to work because right now I got to make them alternate, but I like how we just in the tutorial just had made just white ones, but I put some point lights around them to give them that coloring. I think that looks kind of nice. It gives them a nice little glowy effect. Now we got it. Now we got to get them to alternate. All right, now we got it randomized a little bit. They'll start blinking in random. There's a pattern to the random. It's not random. There's a pattern in it, but it's going to be a different pattern every time. So right now it's a walking pattern. Watch if now this time it'll probably be a slightly different pattern. See, dun dun dun. Which should be kind of cool because that would mean each time I come to this level or come to this part, it's going to be a different pattern every time. It's not always going to be the same pattern. It will be a pattern. Like each time it has its own pattern that repeats. But it's different each time. That's pretty cool. You know, not incredibly hard on the jump, but you know, just working out the logics is cool, you know, right? I like how that changes each time. That's pretty cool. And then we make it pretty. Even though I have a virtual map overflow. Oh, I suck. Can't even make it past my own stupid little game. God damn it. It looks prettier now, though. Wow, that's weird. It has a little bit of overrun when it jumps like that. There we go. Looks cool though. And then just to goose it up a little bit more, make them all shiny cool. Put a little roof there to really capture the light and the shine. You can really see the point lights that I used on the cubes now, because the point light is reflecting off the cube. So that's how I was making those cubes look like that. Just the little point lights. It's probably not the most efficient way to do it, but it looks cool. I suck. Still not good at it though. I suck. Alright. So this is just kind of the final build of this little project. Threw some environment into it just so it didn't look so statically cold, and some height fog so it hides the mountains. It looks like we're in the clouds a little bit. And all them point lights are just killing my frames per second, so there's got to be a better way to do that. I think you can't be using so many point lights. They're resource intensive. But, you know, got my little area, jump up, jump up. They do look cool though. Off their little reflecting surfaces. But, oh, and I missed. That's so bad. I can't even play my own game. But the sun kind of fades in real nice. And then the red is to alert you that they're going to disappear. And then that's it. That's the whole game. But something. Learn how to do some things.